Hello to all. Today's of web development session 7, we are going to discuss about tables and font tags. So in this, we are going to cover the tables. Tables are rows and column. The sets of rows and column, which makes the table, which makes the you can say a cell-like structure is known as table. So then we are going to discuss about the font tag also. So moving further. So coming about the tables. So what is tables? So HTML tables allow the web authors to arrange a data like a text, image, link, another tables into a rows and columns of a cells. So basically, row of a combination of the rows and columns of a cell, rows and combination, a cell has been made. Let me take an example of draw and figure of a table. See, this is the table and this is the rows. These are the two rows, which is three rows, which is 1, 2, and 3. Then I'm going to create a three columns, 1, 2, and 3, and it will become 4 columns because there is 1, 2, 3, and 4. These structure, this box is known as table. So in HTML, we created a table by using a table tag, and then we are going to use tr tag is used to creating a table row. Tr tag stands for table row, and td stands for table data. It is stands for table data, and the element under the td are regular and left aligned by default. So whatever you will write inside the td, it will be left aligned there. And it is will regular. There should be no bold, no italic, nothing else. It will be regular text and it will be aligned to left hand side. So taking an example, so over here what we have done, we have write the HTML, then tag or header. That inside the tag we have write the HTML tables and close the title. Then we have closed the head. Then we have opened the body. Inside the body we have wanted to create a table, so we have give the table tag, and we have give the attribute border 1, so that the border should be visible to us also inside the table. Then after then we are going to write the table row. So inside the table row, we are here we have given the two datas. So table data, so whatever will be written inside the table row of the first row, it will be this one and this one. So it will be table row 1, column 2. Then we have closed the table row. So table row will be like this. It will be if you have a table like this. So let's suppose you have table like this, and over here there are 3 columns, and for the example it is being 2 by 2, then this much, yeah, this much. So first row, first column will be this, first row, second column will be this, and second row, second column will be this. Oh, second row, first column will be this, and second row, second column will be this. So after that we have included a second row. First of all, we have put all the element inside the first row, then we have put all the element inside the second row. So this word will be inside this blank, then after the table data will be inside this data. Then table has been closed over here. Now we are going to implement on the Visual Studio Code. We are going to create a one file which is known as table.html, so that we can do our activity, and we are putting the HTML structure over here. Now putting in the title, I'm going to give the table, and then inside the body I'm going to write table tag. Inside the table tag, I wanted to give the attribute which is border, and I want to give the border equals to 1. Then inside the table, I am wanted to give the table row, and table row should contain of table data, and table data, let's say I'm going to wanted to give the first data should be row 1, comma, column 1 also. And after that, I want to also give one more data, that is row 1 and column should be second. After that same row 1, column 3. And I want to only give the 3 columns over there and 2 rows. That for another row, I'm also going to give the TR over here. Okay. TR over here, or TD over here. For the table data, row 2 and column 1. And again like this only, row 2, column 2, row 3, or row 2, column 3. And I want to go to the live. See, what will the table look like? See, table will look like this. It will look like this. See, there is a border over here. See, there is a body over here. And then see, row 1, column 1, row 1, column 2. These are these straight lines. These vertical lines are the column and horizontal lines are the rows. So clearing about these all red marking are column, and all the pink marking are rows over here. That's why we have taken the row over here. So like this, the table can be built over here. Now moving further, we can also give the table heading. You have seen the difference between. Have you seen the difference between on the website? That difference between one tag is there basic, one tag is there for one difference, and second tag will be of the second difference. So on the top of there is the heading, table heading, which category is it belong. Whether it is of basic, whether it is of that. Let us say we are going to discuss about the difference between HTML and CSS. And what will be the table headings over there? Basics, where we were going to give the content over there. Then second heading will be of HTML, and third heading will be of CSS. So how to give that tag? So what will be the benefit of that giving the tag, and what will the style of that? So we will give the HTML tag or table heading like TH over there, and after that it will be replaced by TD, because the table heading will be only one time, and after that the table data will be inserted over there. Then, so what will we do? The table heading will be do. It will be bold the text, and it will be centered the text. Earlier it is the left, it is aligned to the left, and it is regular text. But inside this, it will be aligned to the center, and it will be bold up there. So how you are going to use inside the table row? You are going to use by, you will replace the TD by the TH of one row only, because there is only one heading inside the table only. So similarly, we are going to implement on our Visual Studio Code so that we can able to see that. See, over here we have used the TD over here. If I wanted to put the table heading over here, let's say TH of 3 types, because there are 3 columns over there. Now I'm in first column, I'm going to wanted to say it is a basis of anything. That in that, after that I wanted to say that it is the HTML, and after that I wanted to say it is CSS. See, headings are in the center, as well as it is being in the bold. CSS is not be full. Yeah, it is now able to see. So it is being bold as well as center. Now moving further, we have done the table headings. Now there is cell padding and cell spacing over it. So what are those attributes? So there are 2 attributes which is known as cell padding and cell spacing, which you will see to adjust the white space in the table cells. So cell spacing attribute defines the space between the table cells, which while cell padding represent to distance between cells border and the content within the cell. So basically, what these are. So if you are doing cell padding, so see, let's suppose this is the one cell over there, and now we have written anything about, let's say, call. So whatever space in with the border and the content, it is known as cell padding. Inside content and the borders, it is known as cell padding. And then cell spacing. Let's suppose these are the these are the table over here, which of two. There are two rows, two columns, and you wanted to remove this line over here. You wanted to remove this line, and you should wanted to become a whole cell over here. You do not wanted to put a line over this. So using that cell spacing, you will able to do that. So how you can do that? Let us see. Using the attribute cell padding equals to 5 and cell spacing equal to inside the this. See, if I am going to use cell spacing equals to 5, let us see what will the difference over there. See, there is some changes over there. Let us inspect our element and see what are the changes over it. Let's say if I go to our HTML file, if I open this, now over here, okay, these are the inside the body, then Java, then table, and after that we are going to go to the table body. And over here, see, there should be a see, cell spacing is there. If I put over in this cursor, if I increase that and put, see the difference between, if I put 50 over there, see that border and from the cell spacing inside that, it is known as cell spacing. Between the cell, whatever the space it is known as cell spacing. If I decrease these spaces to 30, now you will able to see, let's say I'm going to decrease to 30. You can able to see the spacing between the cells is known as cell spacing. Now, if I wanted to put the cell padding over here, it will be inside the content as well as the inside the content and the cell. If I increase to 10, you will able to see the change. See, inside the table, see, there is cell spacing inside this, but cell spacing is outside this between the cell space, but cell padding inside the content and cell. So these are the difference between the cell padding and cell spacing attributes. Now moving further, call span and row span. So I have told you that in the previous section that if we want to remove a one, let's say there is this one and this one. and you wanted to remove this thing, you can remove by using this like this. If you wanted to remove like this, if you wanted to remove like this and put it a full whole cell over there, you can use by row span or column span. So how you are going to use that, you will use if you wanted to put inside the row span, you will write this. In TD, you will write row span and whatever, how many cells you wanted to row span, that is two. And then you will write that content. And after that, you will put a row span. There will be row span over there. Done. See, let us put an example of them. See, over here, there are this. The row span, what are those? These are rows. Correct? These are rows. So row span will be emerging these lines. These two cells. If I wanted to merge two cells, we will give the value 2 to the row span of when these item when I am going to put this item. If I wanted to remove this column, I will put the column over there. Let us see how. Now I wanted to remove this over here, this line and this line over here. So what I will do, there is row 1, column 2 and basics inside the basics. So moving to basis, and now I'm going to over here row span and 2, and I will remove this. And let us see the output over. See, row span has been put over this because row is like this. Row is like this. So I am going to remove, if I wanted to remove this, I am going to put the row, because the merging of two rows is known as row span. The merging of two columns, it is column span. Now, if I wanted to remove this line over here, so I am going to write the R1 C2. Then I will put the column 2, call span 2, row 1. What is that? Row 1, column 2. Row 1 and then column 2, like over here. I will write call span 2 and I will erase that, what element I am going to erase. I will erase R1 C3. R1, okay, not R1 C3. It will be erased by R1 C2. I have put in R1 C2, correct? Then I am going to erase this thing. Okay, not this thing. I have put over here. Let us remove first. Let us see where it is should be. So R1 C2, and I wanted to remove R1 C3. So I will remove this one, this thing, and then I will put over here call span and 2. See, it will be column has been spanned over here. It has been putted, there is no borders over there because the column has been spanned over here. Now we have done this also, row span and column span. Now moving further, there is next topic will be table background. If we wanted to give the background over there, you can set the background using a one or two different way. First will be BG color attribute, then another way will be background attribute. If you wanted to put the image over there, we will use the background attribute. If you wanted to put a color over there, we will write the BG attribute. So how we are going to write? So there first attribute will be border, which we have done earlier. Then border color. We also can give the border color. By default it will be black. If you wanted to give a background color of our wish, you can write over there the background color and color. Then if you wanted to write the background color of all the table, the background color of the table, we will write the BG color and the color. Now, if we wanted to insert the image, we will write background and image path which we wanted to write. Let us see how. over here, if I wanted to give that bg color equals to green, the bg color will be green over here. Let's see over this. The bg color has been covered over this. The background color will be of green and such. Now we can also give the border color. Border color. Now over here we will write red. See, border color will be of red of color. Now if I wanted to give an image with else of this bg color, I will write background equals to and image part. Concatenation jpeg. Okay, image is not able to see. Let us put okay. Let us make a padding of, let's say, 30, and over here again 30, so that we can able to see the image. See, there is image behind that. You can that's how you can write over. You will put the image over there. Now, moving further, if you wanted to do not write image, if you have the correct size of image, you will put that image over here. Then if you wanted to write the bg color, you can also write the bg color over here. Let's say bg color should be of pink. It will be pink of color. Okay, bg color pink. Border color red. Let's say green. Should be green. What happened? Yeah, it has been become green, and I will decrease to 10 over here and cell padding over there. Yeah, fine. Now moving further, we have done the background, table background. Now we are going to write the table height also, which I was going to make that. Now how we are going to write? By width and by height attribute. So over here, what we are going to write? Width equals to 150, and I'm going to see it has been to 150. Let us say I wanted to be a 250, so it will become a 250. Okay, width has become to 0. 250. Yeah, it has become to 250. Let us change from here only. Let us say to 300. It will be visible to see. Width will are changing over there. You can able to see the change over there. Now we are going to use the height over there. See, now I'm going to change height over here. So over here, the height is also being increased over here. Let us say that's why height is being increased. Now, if I wanted to give the table caption, so what is the table caption? the caption tag is served to the title and explaining the explanation of the table and show up of the top of the table. This tag is depressed and is the newest version of the HTML. So how you are going to write? Inside the table, we are going to write the caption, and inside the caption, we are going to write what is the caption over there. So if I am going to write the caption over here, let us say the caption inside the table I am going to use, and what will the caption item will be? Table dump, let us say, and see caption will be over the table. It will be on the top of the table. So what will we write? It will be on the top of the table. Now moving further, fonts. Coming on the font type. So for what is the font meaning? So font is the play a very important role to making a more user friendly and increase the content readable. The font face, font color depending upon the entire of the computer browser that is being used to view a page, but you can use by HTML font tag to add a style to the text of your website. The font tag is having a 3 attribute, which is color, size, and face. These are being customized of your font to be change your font attribute at the time when you are making a font. So what will the font tag? It will be font. Inside font, you are going to give the attribute over here. So what are the attributes over there? So first of all, it is font size. So what is the font size? You can write from 1 to 7. The 1 will be smallest and 7th will be highest. Let us practically implement this. After the table, I am going to write the font tag, and now I'm inside that I'm going to write welcome, and trying over this that font size equals to, let us say, 2. And over here only, I'm going to change the font size. Let us say 3. See, you can able to see the changing over there. If I'm going to above that, let us say 7, it is bigger. If I'm going to lesser, let's say 1, it is being a smaller, because 1 is the smallest font over there. Now moving for the setting of font face. You can set the font face using the font attribute, but be aware that if the user viewing the font, if the page does not have the font installed, they will not able to see it, and instant a user will be see a default font face applicable by the user computer. So how you are going to implement the font face? By using the face equals to and whatever the language you wanted to give over there. And then see these font face will do, it will put the font face over there. If there is not a font face available in the PC, then it will be put a regular or a by default font over there. So how you are going to write? We are going to write similarly on this. Let's say I'm going to change the font size is equal to font, and now I'm going to say face equals to time what will the font face over here? Let's say time times New Roman. And let us say what will the change of for this. Is there any installation of the Times New Roman? See, there is no installation in my browser, so it is being displaying in the by default, but you can change by using the font face. Setting a color. You can also set a color by using the color and give the attribute, whether it is RGB, whether it is hexadecimal, or whether it is name. So over here you will write like this: color equals to red. Let's say red. It will be a red in color. So color has been done. So this is only the font. We have done the font face, size, then font face, size, color, these all, and size. This has been all about the tables and font tag. So that's all about today, guys. Thank you.